Hello everyone, Michael here again from Shizen Japan, and today I've got quite an interesting video which I highly recommend you watch all the way through and right to the end, especially if you plan on buying a new camera or new lens, especially if you considering getting a prime lens. You definitely want to watch this video in its entirety. Right, so I'm going to be comparing four lenses. One is this. It's just a basic kit lens. It's 18 to 55 mm kit lens. And then I've got this 17 to 70. It's a Sigma zoom lens. It's also got macro. It's a really good lens, one I use most. And then I've got this one, which is the Tamron. It's 18 to 400. And it's quite a beast when I open up. It's quite a big lens actually, but I had that as a travel lens. I bought that last year when I went to Dubai and Vietnam as a travel lens, and that did quite well actually. And then I got this 35mm f1.8 prime lens, Nikon. So I'm going to be comparing them four lenses with two cameras, Nikon D5300, which is pretty much an entry-level camera, and then I'm going to also compare it with this, the D7500, which is sort of more semi-pro level camera. It's got lots of different functions and bits on it, so I'm going to compare them. Right, okay, I'll move these out of the way and I'm going to just get set up for the pictures. Okay, right, I should be all set here. I just dimmed the lights so you can see the pictures better. Right, on the left, where the pictures are from the D5300, and on the right they're from the 7500, and I'm using the 18 to 55 kit lens, so in both pictures exactly the same lens, same focal length of 35. By the way, yes, all the lenses I set at 35mm because of the prime lens is at 35, and I took all the pictures at f11, so at f11 with auto ISO, and the picture control for both cameras are set at the optimum for those two cameras, so I try to keep everything as much as possible the same. And as you can probably see, it's a really dull sky in the picture because that was a really dull, miserable day. Now I deliberately done that to compare the lenses, because the best way to compare how good a lens is to use it in a dull, crappy weather rather than a sunny day where even a sort of mediocre lens can take very good pictures. So that's why I took them on this dull, miserable day, and it's drizzly at times as well. So right, so let's have a look. If we look at both of these, well, they both look fairly clear, but there's more definition here and the colours are better. This one is pretty good though, it's not too bad. At the background there's a little softness here, whereas with this camera there's no softness at all. Right, let's just zoom it into about 50%, both of them. Right, obviously generally you're not going to be cropping in scenery pictures like this, so this is a little bit extreme, but it gives you an idea then. Right, at 50%, it's everything in the background has gone a bit soft. But with this camera, not at all. Everything is still really clear. So, alright, let's just go up to 90, something like that, 90%. Right, at 90%, it's really quite blurred now. It doesn't look that good at all. Whereas here, still looks very clear, really. For a kit lens, that's not bad. You've got some blurring in the bushes, but nothing much, not compared to this, which is just a blurry mess. Here it's still, well, it's okay. It's really, so there's definitely a big difference there between the two cameras, more than the lens. We're using exactly the same lens. So right, let's have a look down the middle here. Zoom it in a little bit. Let's go to about 30, 40, whatever, 46, so we can see all the way down. Alright, that's that one. Here it's not very defined, as kind of a green mess. Here it's a little bit better, but again not Not great there, but it's definitely a little better. But the corners here, all the corners are much clearer, look, compared to this one. Here is also better compared to here. Right, let's have a look close up. If we go close up, yeah, you can see these little spots on the leaves here, much clearer. Colours are just much better as well. Let's have a look here. Yeah, you can see here it's much clearer. Everything is more defined, more sharper. Okay, right. Let's now compare a different lens. Let's do the Tamron. Right, with the Tamron, they both look pretty clear actually. In fact, the background on here also looks clear, so the Tamron is definitely better than the kit lens, which you'd expect anyway. So let's zoom it in. Let's go up to 51 on there, 50 on here. Right, that's still very clear. That one is starting to lose again. It's starting to lose the background. It's gone blurry. It's softened up a lot compared to this one. So same sort of thing again. Right, let's go on to the let's go to the Sigma. That's my favourite lens, which I use a lot. Right, in that state there, they both look nice and clear and sharp. There's still more definition on here than this camera, but it's actually pretty good with the Sigma. Right, let's crank it up to 50 again, and this one. Right, this one absolutely clear. It bushes everything. It's all lovely and clear there. And this one with the Sigma, that's done quite well. Here is also quite clear. It's not as good as the 7500, but it's a lot better than the other two lenses so far. The bush and everything here is quite clear, and that's, you've got more definition here. I mean, here is better than this one, so the 7500 makes a difference, but this lens definitely works better and on this one than the Tamron. Right, let's go to the prime lens. Right, that's a prime lens. Well, all the background is lovely and clear. The foreground it's clear all the way down. Both of them, obviously, you'd expect it with this one. The definition is probably a bit better, but they both look pretty good there, actually. Let's bring this up to 51, and this one up to 51. Right, let's look at that. That looks quite good, really. That's again quite clear. And then let's look at this one. That looks good until you look at this, and that looks really good. This is absolutely crystal clear, really, really sharp, where you've got a little bit of softness here. Here there isn't that softness. It's a lot clearer. Right, let's have a look at that. Down between the corns, certainly a lot better with either the Sigma or this prime lens. But again, you've got more definition here in general. The corners here just look better, clearer here than here. Just a minute, my dog is woofing. Right, sorry about that. One of my dogs wanted water. All right. Okay, so yeah, you can see that. Right, now let's do something interesting here. Let's use, so we've got a picture taken with the D5300 here on the left, which is using the prime lens, and then with the 7500, that's using the kit lens. Now if you look at these two pictures, there's almost no difference. Got a little more clarity in this one probably, but not a huge one. But here, certainly here in the foreground, the kit lens actually is better. Right, now let's zoom this in. Let's go into about 55. Bring this into 55. What's close that will get? Right, there you go. Right, so here, that's still quite clear. It's quite nice. You've got some softness, but it's pretty good. And that's the kit lens. And that's still holding out quite well. There's not a huge difference. There's definitely, for the background, the prime lens on the cheaper camera produces a clearer background than the kit lens on the more expensive camera. But if you look at the foreground, like here, then there's actually, if anything, the kit lens on this more expensive camera is still better. So looking at that, the prime lens gives you some advantage for the background, but very little. And in reality, for scenery, where you're going to be on a higher f number anyway, you're not. If you've got a good camera, by look at that, it's, you know, you're not going to have much advantage. Right. Okay. Let's go into another folder. Right, this one quickly, and then let's do that one. Right, move that to there, and then go to the other folder. Ah, wrong folder, that one, isn't it? That's right. Right. Okay, so again, we're starting off with the kit lens, and there you go. You can see a big difference here. It's much clearer, better definition. Everything is all in focus. Here is clearer. There's a bit of softness. You've got a bit of softness. All that at the back is a bit softer. Here is much clearer. The front is clear. Everything is just much better. Right. Let's compare Sigma. Right, again, the Sigma's just wins hands down on the D7500. So no matter what lens I put on, the 7500 is given better results. Right, let's try the Tamron quickly. There you go, again, it's the same story again. That Tamron is lovely and clear. And zoom in here, it's still, look, it's really clear. Whereas here, if I go up to the same, it's just a blur. This is just blur. I mean, look at it. It's just a blurry mess. And this is just crystal clear. And that's the Tamron. So, right, let's go on to the prime. Again, the prime is still, well, the prime is definitely better on the pictures with the prime lens is definitely better on the cheaper camera. There's still no comparison. Right, let's keep that on there, and let's put there's the Tamron, and it still beats the prime lens. And if we go to the cheaper one, the kit lens, it's still as good or better. And this is all clear, everything is clearer than that one. So, and then that's the Sigma. Right, and okay, let's now compare. There is it. Ah, that one. Right, so yeah, we've got the, if you look at this Sigma, whichever, they're all look clearer. Right, let's now do, let's quickly do some flowers. Right, I'm going to skip through some of them because that'll take too long, otherwise the video will be too long. Right, and it's got, oops, let's have that one on there, and then, right, let's use the kit one on here. Right, so that on the left is the 5300 with the prime lens, and then on the right is the 7500 with the kit lens. And look, the kit lens is giving a better picture. I mean, look at that. That's actually really pretty good. That's a kit lens on here. Even with the prime lens, it's not as good. So, right, that's that. And if I put the prime lens on here, well, there's no comparison. I mean, look at that. Let's look at that. I could use the Tamron. That's still good. Not as good as the prime, of course. I'll use the Sigma. That's again, look at that. That's really good. I don't think you can tell anything different between the prime and the Sigma. That's a really good lens. Right, just as a comparison, let's use the picture from the same camera. Right, so I'm going to use the prime lens from the 7500 against the Sigma. And there you go. Well, we got that one as well. Here you've got a bit more definition in the flower there. Here's there. That's a bit more definition in that one there. A lot of that's probably how I took it as well. Ah, there you go. This is where I used the Sigma at its optimum, not at the previous one that's at 35. So this is where both lenses are used at their optimum. Right, and as you can see, this is as clear as that one. In fact, it's rendered the flower better, the Sigma. So there's really very little in either of them. I think it's all down to how you take the picture and the light settings more than anything. So, okay, right. So that's that. And very quickly, I just want to show you something else. Okay, finally, this was taken with the prime. This flower, okay, yes, it's a different flower, but it was taken with my Sigma 150 to 600mm lens at f7.1. This was taken at f2.8 and 7.1. Right, this one is the same, but taking just a different angle, but it's taken closer. Look at the bouquet on there. That's quite smooth, but so is that. That's also silky smooth. And then this was taken at even closer. I was even taken at close, same focal length, but is the same focal length as this one. Just I got closer to the subject, and I just darkened the light from the camera. This is totally unedited, by the way, straight off the camera. All of these pictures are, and I mean, look at it. You can zoom it right in here, and it's just absolutely clear. Okay. So, in conclusion, it's not just the lens that's important, but in the case of my equipment, the camera. The camera is more important. In fact, my 7500 with just a cheap kit lens will take as good a pictures, or in fact better pictures, than a cheaper camera with a good lens. So, so yeah, if you're shopping around for lenses and cameras, that's something to consider. And if you've got a decent zoom lens, that's all you need. You really don't have to shell out extra money for a prime lens. The only time you'd want it if you're doing for close-up insects and things, where you're in really dark conditions, you might benefit from it then. But even so, my Sigma lens will take very good pictures in dark conditions as well. So so yeah, there's not a lot of instances. I think certainly for scenery, where you're not on low f numbers anyway, there's really not a lot of point in having a prime lens. You're better off to have a decent zoom, and you've got more, you know, it's more beneficial because you can zoom in and out and whatnot. So yeah, so before you buy a new lens or camera, that's something to consider. If you've got a really good camera, buying another lens isn't probably going to make much difference. It may be down to your setup, your settings, or your own photography skills. So but yeah, you can see from this picture on the right, just by moving your body and closer or further from the subject, how you can get a beautiful bokeh even at f7.1. Right, okay, I hope this video was useful to you, and thanks for watching, and I'll be back again soon sometime. Okay, bye.